Hello everybody, it's Jeremy again. Found some interesting pictures. We are gonna be in New Orleans today. I just want to take a moment and thank all my subscribers and everybody for all the support I've been getting. Big shout out to y'all. Ray, much love. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, this first picture here, we have a prison in New Orleans. I'm really not 100% sure of the location, but I do know that this photo was from the early 1900s. Now, what I wanted to point out is, did they really want it to be this ornate for prisoners? I mean, come on now, this just don't seem right. I mean, look, they got the horse and buggies, the dirt. Yeah, it looks like they got a little kind of pavement on the road here, but it probably wasn't there when they built this monstrosity. I mean, just look at the time it would have took to these conical towers. We got the conical roofs, we got the Antiquitech on top. Why would you spare that kind of expense for prisoners? Just an observation. And especially when you got buildings like this over here. Alright, our next picture. This is St. John's Cathedral in Lafayette, Louisiana. Look at this monstrosity right here. This building this postcard is from the early 1900s, so I'm assuming that this building was built back in the 1800s. Alright, we got the extra large doorway here, big doors for little people. We got the conical towers here. We got the dome, the Antiquitech antennas there. Now, I'm sure that when this was originally constructed, not in the 1800s, I'm sure this building was discovered, refurbished, and used as a cathedral, but I'm pretty sure that these cathedrals were once like healing centers. They would use the free energy and frequencies of the ether for healing and well-being. I've done a lot of research into it, and that's just the conclusion I have come to about these cathedrals. Not only that, I do believe that they were also free energy transmitters. Alright, next we got the St. Mary Parish Courthouse in Franklin, Louisiana. This photo was around 1936, but as you can see, it appears like it's much older. We've got the Roman columns, the high A-frame, again right here, the high columns. Louisiana is a French, or was a French colony. What's with all this Roman structure? I mean, just think about it. This, what they call Greco-Roman architecture, is spread all over the world. Everywhere. I really question the whole Roman narrative. I really do. Alright, we got the Antiquitech up top here. The dome that I'm pretty sure at one time was covered in gold or copper, collecting the free energy. And right here we got another dome with the Antiquitech antenna on top, collecting free energy. And most of these old world buildings go upstairs. Wouldn't it just be easier to put the door at ground level? Just saying. Alright. Next. Now, I was researching Lafayette, and this is why you need to be specific when you're searching, because this is a building in Lafayette, Indiana. I included it in here just because I thought it was magnificent. So this is not in Louisiana, but in fact, Indiana. Now, good times for all. If you see this and are familiar with this building, leave me a comment. But we got the conical dome here, which I'm pretty sure at one time these were all covered in gold or copper. We got the Antiquitech on top going all the way around the building. I mean, just collecting massive amounts of free energy. We got the Roman columns, the high A-frame, and again, everything upstairs. Alright, let's get back to Louisiana. Like I said, I just thought this building looked magnificent, so I just wanted to show it to y'all. Alright, this is the administration building in East Louisiana State Hospital in Jackson, Louisiana. The hospital was supposedly built in 1853. This historic structure has 6 iconic columns, 3 stories tall, and a cupola with a clock. The clock is run by weights that descend to the basement. Inside, there is a museum of antiques and a gift shop. So, this building was built in 1853. So, in 1853, when everything was still dirt and mud, with horse, buggy, donkeys, and pulleys, they erected these 3-story columns. Not to mention, like I said before, Louisiana was a French colony, but we got all this Roman architecture around the state. Why? See, we got the Roman A-frame, the Roman columns here. I'm sure if we could get a view of that door would be massive. Alright, next. This is the courthouse in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Just again, the Roman architecture, the columns, and these columns look pretty massive themselves, as in girth, not in height though. Got the Antiquitech on top, and I'm sure there used to be other stuff on top of here. I showed a video a while back in Alabama where there was a courthouse with just like 9-10 years difference, and there was so much missing from the top. So if y'all are curious about that, it is the out of place architecture in Alabama, if y'all want to check that out. Alright, here we have St. John's Catholic Church at Thibodaux, Louisiana. And like I was saying before, these were not only free energy collectors, but they harnessed the energy and vibrations on the inside and with all of this on the outside to promote health and well-being. Now we got the domes here, Antiquitech antennas. The domes, I'm sure, one time covered in copper or gold. Got the cymatic window. At one point, I theorized that there was no glass in these, and these were energy emitters, because shape makes vibration. Vibration makes shape. Vibration rules our world. This is St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Thibodaux, Louisiana. It's just a different postcard of it. Just look how massive this is. Next we have, let's see here, the St. Charles Hotel on St. Charles Street in the 1800s. Alright, so you see all the horse and buggy. So with the horse and buggy, and I guess perseverance and hard work, they built this massive Romanesque architecture in the middle of a French colony. I could see them building this in the 1800s. But this, man, that is massive. Think of the resources it took. I mean, evidently there was no shortage on skilled laborers and skilled workers in the 1800s. Alright, this is, well, the Howard Memorial Library. And another thing, I couldn't find a whole lot of actual pictures of these buildings. I was able to find a lot of drawings, postcards, and stuff like that, but not a whole lot of actual pictures, and it wasn't for lack of trying, just so you know. Alright, this is in Donaldsonville, Louisiana. A view down Mississippi Street looking west, and what caught my eye, of course, was this Roman building here. Got the columns, the A-frame, and if you look at the size of that person there, or that guy there, and that door, we still got the massive doors for little people. Alright, this is a view of Charter Street in Jackson Square with the St. Louis Cathedral on the left in 1842. Kind of wish this was clearer, but I mean, we kind of get an idea. But here we got the dome, the Antiquitech ball, which I'm sure had an antenna on it at one point. Really not a lot we can view here. Alright, this is a view from Canal Street with the old Mason Blanche department store in 1889. And again, we got this massive building. We got the dome top here. And look at these buildings over here with the columns. Alright, next we have, well, another view of that prison in 1906. Again, they built this massive, ornate prison for criminals. Makes no sense. Alright, we got City Hall, Lafayette Square, New Orleans, around 1910. And yet again, Roman columns, high A-frame. We even have Roman art right here in a French colony. So the French did not have any kind of images for justice and all that. They had to take it from the Romans. Alright, this is a Masonic temple in New Orleans in 1910. What do you want to say that this was not built? They discovered it, refurbished it. Look at all the Antiquitech, all these nodes collecting free energy. Got the conical roof here with the Antiquitech antenna on top. Got all this Antiquitech going down. You know, this is all a facade here. This whole building is red brick. I guarantee it. Can't really prove it to you in this picture. Here is Jackson Square and the St. Louis Cathedral around 1905. Here is the St. Louis Cathedral. Look how massive it is. You got the conical roofs, the Antiquitech antennas, big doors. Let's see if we can find a person to compare. Oh, there's a person right there. Person, door. We got the columns right here, columns right there. A clock that I'm sure they put in later where there used to be a cymatic window there, I'm sure. Alright, next we have 19th century New Orleans. That's all I got on that. We'll probably get a copyright mark for this photo. LMA always hits me, but I'm not monetized, so it's no biggie. But, you know, we got the Roman architecture. Dirt. Everywhere there's dirt. Horse and buggy. Massive architecture. And again, I know I keep saying this, but to me it makes no sense to put Roman architecture in a French settlement. So, why do you bet that this stuff was already here when the French got here? Which makes more sense. You know, since we've got the Roman architecture, or what they say is Greco-Roman architecture, all around the world. It's all around the world. And you got it in this French colony. So what makes more sense? The French just wanted to mimic the Romans, or the architecture was already here? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not saying I got it all figured out. These are just some of my theories. I'm always willing to open up and learn more. I think if anybody tells you they've got it all figured out, you should run from that person. Don't know exactly what building this is. I just thought it was a cool looking building. We got the dome roof, the Antiquitech, got the columns. Alright, we got Belgrove in Iberville, Louisiana. Evidently, this place is in ruins now. These pictures was taken around 1900. Got the columns. Alright, the old state capitol building in Baton Rouge around 1849. Same building. This is the old Louisiana state capitol. Castle. That's the same building, just a different view. Alright guys, this is the end of my presentation. This has been Jeremy with I Want to Know More. Thank you so much for stopping by, and God bless every one of you.